Well, Freedom 424 sets its mission to bring freedom and justice to victims and survivors of human trafficking. And that mission comes to Knoxville this weekend during the Run for Their Lives race.
Race Director Angela Owens joining us with more information about the event. It's such an important effort. It goes beyond the walk itself. This is about raising awareness, and you've already had so much interest.
Yes. As of this morning, we had 350 registered to join us. You can still register until midnight on Thursday night, and then online, and then at packet pickup on Friday, we have the opportunity to register then, and then the morning of on Saturday morning.
Well, and let's talk about how the organization and how this money is this fundraiser is gonna help.
Freedom 424 is based in Lynchburg, Virginia, but we partner with two organizations here in Knoxville, the Community Coalition Against Human Trafficking and Street Hope, Tennessee, and both of them do just amazing work here in the city and the community to bring awareness more than anything, to make sure that people are aware of what's going on and the signs that are happening, and
because it's happening right here. A lot of people think big cities, Atlanta, but here in Knoxville, you guys see it day in, day out.
Yes, and you know, big city or not, we're 4075 corridor. It's a good opportunity for, you know, that kind of interstate traffic, and so this race is just near and dear to our heart, and the Run for Their Lives, it's more than just a cause. It's we're running for a specific person, and we have a bracelet that we give the runners, the walkers, the volunteers, anybody who participates on the day of, so they know they're running for a woman, a child affected. And this year we're running for 3 ladies that are from the United States. So this is really hits home. It's, you know, it's something that we're really passionate about.
If people want to learn more about human trafficking, what are some great resources?
The Polaris website, any of the freedom424.org, the Community Coalition Against Human Trafficking here in Knoxville, and Street Hope, Tennessee. All 3 websites are just full of information.
And there's some great resources right here in Knoxville. Thank you so much. I know it's going to be a great success.
It's going to be great. Thank you.
All right, thanks for coming on. We'll be right back after this.